Birth sister tracked me down and wants to be part of my life. I don't want her at my wedding or in my life at all. Here is the issue. I was adopted as a baby. I have no clue what happened to anyone in that family, as I have never had a desire to look into my past. My parents were very open about what happened, abuse and neglect. Mom, 59 female, and dad, 63 male, are wonderful and giving people. I have a sister, Elizabeth, who is my twin. We aren't related by blood, but are the same age. We are both adopted, so we had that to bond over. I met the love of my life, Jake, 30 male, and we have been together for 4 years. We are getting married in December. I have already planned out the guest list. No kids will be there, and I am super excited. I have never really had the urge to look for my bio siblings. I guess at this point, I wouldn't really be their true sibling emotionally, because we have lived different lives. Since I have medical records and grew up without them, I never felt the need to meet them. But my 27 female bio sister Janice tracked me down about a month ago. She wrote me on FB in July, but I didn't check my other folder until Sept. It was a really long letter that talked about who she was, how she tracked me down, and said she was looking for the rest of the siblings. She said she really wanted to connect with the rest of us because she needed to find her past. I didn't know what to think, but her story added up. She had some pictures, and since I was a pretty ugly baby, it's obviously us together as toddlers. She also knew some details. She could be a fake, but I didn't think it was. I showed mom and dad, they said it checked out. We have been talking for a few weeks now. She has called me twice a week, texting me every day. She is nice, but I have been losing interest. She is just some stranger to me. Emotionally, I find it very hard to recognize this is someone I should care about. On some deep level, shouldn't I feel like we are super close sisters? I don't get the same excitement talking to her that I do with Elizabeth. She has 2 kids, who she talks about a lot. She tells me she showed them my picture and they have been showing people Auntie Emily. She has also told me she took off time in December for the wedding. She just might need to stay with me because she is low on cash. I know this makes me sound nasty and ungrateful. She is super into meeting me, said I am the most normal sibling, and she is so excited to have someone to share her life with. She sounds really lonely. I know she has built this up in her head as being the best thing to happen to her in forever, but she isn't someone I would have in my life if she didn't have some connection to my past. Every time we talk, she goes on, and I just am counting down the minutes. I have tried to work out a way to be there for her, but I can't bring myself to truly care. I don't wish her ill, but she is just another stranger to me. She isn't family emotionally. I know I could try to form the bond, but at this point, I don't see the point. At 26, I have pretty much established the sort of people I want in my life. She just has views I find strange, is rude in ways I find annoying, and despite having biological nieces, I just don't feel they are anything but someone else's kid. Does this make me a bad person? Am I horrid? I feel guilty as hell, because I can tell she wants this so bad. Even then, even if we did become friends, she would never be my sister. Because being a sister means a lot more than genetics to me. I am not sure how to tell her, hey, I don't want to talk anymore. I have talked with my SO, and he says if I want her out of my life, then I just need to handle it. He doesn't really like her that much. They have talked, but he says she puts a lot of pressure on me to be close to her when this stuff doesn't always even work. TLDR biological sister tracked me down and wants to be part of my life, including coming to my wedding. I don't really feel any connection. I don't like her as a person much. I just feel guilty cutting her off, but the thought of another 2-hour weekly chat with her makes me break out in mental hives. Update. In the last few days, I have done a lot of thinking. The short of the long, I have decided not to have her in my life anymore. What happened? Janice called me last night. I tried to be polite, but she went into a big, long rave about all the plans she had for when she visited me. She brought up the wedding. Would there be time to see long list of local places together? Did she have a +1? What was the dinner options? She already bought the girls' dresses in blue with baskets, so they could be flower girls with the rest of the children. She wanted to see her date and who would watch the girls while we were eating dinner. She was looking forward to meeting our family members in DEC. She needed to know what day she should arrive. She would need to stay with me because she spent all her extra cash on your wedding. I was pretty shocked because she had done all this without even confirming she was invited. I am not sure what made me ask, but I asked her if she really was in contact with the rest of the siblings. She told me some very concerning things. She had been in contact with 2 of them, a sister and a brother. She said they tried to talk to her but then cut off contact. They were actually doing really well, even though they were in foster care until they aged out. They had their own kids, were married, and had decent jobs. They had refused to introduce her to their kids and got mad she wanted to know more details about their lives with our parents. The rest of the siblings turned down contact with her the moment she wrote them. She said I was the longest communication she had with someone in a long time. She just wanted to meet me so badly she had spent more money than she had to look nice. She wanted me to help her and for her girls to finally have a good family. I just told her the truth. You have been coming on too quickly. I am a bit concerned because you are trying to invite yourself to my wedding. We have never met. We are pretty much strangers. I do not feel comfortable having you come stay in my home before, after, or during the wedding. I have a sister and parents. I was raised with them. I do not view any of the siblings as actual family members. I am not their aunt in anything but genetics and do not intend to recognize them as my nieces. If I have nibblings, they will be when Elizabeth has children. I would like to cut contact. I am sorry you have been hurt, but I do not have the energy to help you overcome these issues. I don't want to talk about people I don't know, abuse I don't remember, or be part of any reunion stories. I would prefer to focus on my own family. Janice told me she didn't have anyone else. I was the last member of her family. I reminded her that her children were her family, and she should focus on making friendships. I hung up on her. She has tried calling back multiple times. I blocked her on everything I could think of. I am going to have my personal number changed in the next few days. I feel relieved this is done with. TLDR, spoke with my sister about not coming to the wedding and no more contact. She didn't take it well. I blocked her. I feel relieved. What do you guys think? Let's discuss in the comments. Follow and like for more stories.